Things really are heating up here ahead of what we've always known will be a crucial game. At stake, a seat at a higher table. This an opportunity to put down a marker to make a statement of intent. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much underway now. Shot a goal! There it is!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Yellow or red? It is red. Portugal already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
And it's Perez. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vitinha. Gonzalo Ramos. Perez. Aimed beyond the defence. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Pass is just off target. Bruno Fernandes, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Gonzalo Ramos. Knocks it into space. Oh, no joy this time. That's been drilled forward. Just eases him off the ball. Space for him to turn and look. He's found a way through. And it's Zaire Emery. Well, that looks a decent ball. Chouameni. Played out to the left flank. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Araujo. Back to the keeper it goes. Ruben Dias. Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. That's a little off target. Zaire Emery can see things others simply cannot.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's picked out the run. Chance for a shot! Well, there's the clearance. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well timed, excellent interception. Perez tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Portugal are very much up against it, and that's given the manager a real headache as to how to get his players to regain focus during half-time. He's going to have to get amongst the players and really lift them to produce something close to the best football if they're going to salvage this.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Tries to pass it through, and it's made its way to him. João Neves. Now it's Ramos. Makalele makes the interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare. Oh, chance, surely! That's another chance! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Portugal restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's going wide left. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Substitution for France, number 10, Mbappe.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Ryan Cherki, number 33.
And the keeper's given it away. This is Dembele.
Number 9.
Great vision.
Number
Dembele
17,
showed plenty of
Olise.
zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Platini is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Dembele. Vitinha kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he welcomes it in.
Portugal really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Koundé calmly anticipates. Now it's Ramos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a throw.
Substitution.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner. It's a shapes to shoot! Goal! Portugal! And that takes him up to 30. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Portugal have their lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And here's Dembele, and here's Platini. Oh, what has happened? Olise! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! And right near the end, we have parity. penalty. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left. Well, so that means another 30 minutes football. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Substitution for France. Number 2, William Saliba. Coming on
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Portugal pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? He is through here! Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Not the most accurate pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Vitinha, and here's João Felix. Silvestre. Camavinga, who played through for the wide man. And he was quick to react. Now it's Platini. Olise finding himself in space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
João Neves. Now it's Neves. And he plays one through. Here's João Felix. There's the shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective...
So that was it, the first period of extra time.
I'd just like to read out our fan club.
So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Ruben Neves. And it's been given away. And the shot! It's a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
France drag themselves back again. Can he get on the end of this? Dembele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is a great pick out, and it's Bruno. Real chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
There will be 1 minute.
Portugal now on the verge of victory. And that is as far as it goes. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Portugal really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a
Hello
very
everybody,
good
and a quick
evening.
announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Well, plenty has been said and written about Steven Gerrard's many, many talents, but if you had to pick out one strength in particular, Jim, what would that be? And the finish! And he's there to get it away. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Kimmich. Gerrard promptly onto that, and that is that. Khan is there to clear. Cafu. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, no joy this time. Benatia. Puskás chasing after it. Olise. Gerrard. Now it's Forlan. Looking to play him in. Oh, good take in a good area. He's had a shot! And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's intervened well there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass it through. Tries a shot! Well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That was a given. It always was.
Puskás really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Kimmich is the team's great visionary. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neatly clipped into space. And he shoots! It's hit the upright. And that was struck with genuine force.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
And it's McTominay. Edmilson.
Napoli have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Khan chooses to deal with it himself. Ødegaard. Well, that has not gone well. Olise.
That was lovely, that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Kagawa. And we've reached half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Portugal really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Better stadium fund.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets us going once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Forlan is onto it in a flash. Olise. Gerrard. Benatia. Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary. This looks promising. McTominay unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Defending was strong and firm. Picked out Forlan! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Getting up there! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. (3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Napoli couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Looking for options for movement. Benatia. Forlan. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Olise. Nice control. Olise! And here's Forlan. It's Forlan! Oh, denied at the last.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Corner number 2 then. A header! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
After 77 minutes is number 4, Van Dijk.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's he's having a hit! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
4 added minutes on the board. O'Shea clears without hesitation. Edmilson. Gerrard. Lovely bit of skill. Now, who's going to be first to this? He's been bundled over. That is a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Substitution for Portugal, number 26.
Olise considers his options.
Number 7.
So a genuine chance to increase the lead.
Gerrard. Coming on the field, number 4. Olise. Number 15. Ribery. Number 23.
That's a good Fallen! Keeper always had the measure of that. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
And a quick reminder today, everybody.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score. Goes for a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. That's a cute ball. And he was quick to react. Nuno Mendes is offering some sort of an apology. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And this is Raul!
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Mendes calmly anticipates. Looking for options for movement. Gerrard. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Cristiano Ronaldo really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to return it. And he can thump it away. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Just eases him off the ball. It's a searching pass. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. That has not gone well. And it's Ødegaard. And this is Pele! Over to the right flank. Gerrard clears without hesitation. Kagawa. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Batistuta.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Romario, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Mateus in acres of space out wide. And that was very necessary. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He has found the way through. There's the shot! He's got it all! And And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Number 13. Raul!
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Raul. Tries to play it through. Now it's Pele. Odegaard. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chouameni. In he goes again! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Odegaard. Gerrard. Cafu cuts it out.
Barcelona really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across.
Real chance! Oh, this looks sharp. Nuno Mendes. And it's Gerrard. He is through here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking to play him in. Howson spots it and intercepts. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Portugal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And that has left him in a heap. That looks a cracking ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That has been cut short. He's a sharp little ball here. Now that looks a decent ball.
Added time.
Great chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Portugal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Struck first time. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Portugal desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works.
And Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Neymar. No, he's not getting his way this time. Great vision. And this is Batistuta. And he's quick to get rid. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been won straight back. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So we're still where we started right now. Van Bouten. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Lofted upfield. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he was quick to react. And it's Gerrard. Neymar. Caceres scooting forward. And that's been drilled in. Puyol clears without hesitation.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Batistuta. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. It's a threatening ball. Decent chance! Goal! Portugal! And there is your opener. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal have penetrated, takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. And he takes a shot. Lacking in accuracy.
Messi clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Defending was strong and firm. Cafu, the ball is loose and the chase is on. Ødegaard, now it's Ødegaard. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Portugal just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Portugal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Oh, what has happened here? Seedorf can see things others simply cannot.
Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
That has been cut short. Gerrard. Seedorf. And this is Messi. Well read, nice interception. Being still separated by the game's only goal.
559.
That's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Messi ready to try one.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
And this is Ronaldo. O'Shea gets it clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well,
And it's been given away. He's a sharp little ball here. Batistuta is flagged offside. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He has found the way through. And it's been hooked away. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Batistuta. Kagawa. Stood up well to him there.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And they win it back again. No way through. Batistuta is herring after that one. Portugal still ahead by the game's only goal.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Not the most accurate pass. Portugal moments now away from seeing this one out. He can run onto that. He has a look up and the finish! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 14, Gerrard. Coming on the field is number 12, Joshua Kimmich. Substitution.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pato. Gabriel deals with that comfortably. Pato! Level at the last! Some heroic goalkeeping, but that's that, the end. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those. Takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kagawa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Al-Sadd have the chance to go the other way. He's shifting through the gears here. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Batistuta, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Messi, nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball, oh, he's burst through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get it through? And this is Batistuta. Chance for a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. He came in hard, very hard. And it's Totti. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ødegaard is onto this. He's in a great position here. Can he finish? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pelé. Messi is the team's great visionary. It's played through for him. And this is Totti. He's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Totti can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Impressive jump! No, just not quite. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's an excellent interception.
Portugal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now that shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Al-Sadd restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, they've got it again. So, a temporary halt to the action. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And he's decided to go for it. Batistuta. That pass isn't the best. Referee's given a throw. That's really well cleared. Rodri, and here's Gerrard. Passes short and sharp. He's beaten the last man. Shot a goal! Cafu. Ødegaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's been played through. And he's picked it up out wide. Real chance here. Gabriel can clear it away. And that is a little undercooked. Gerrard. And here's Dembele.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Deftly away. And he skips past his man. Oh, it's come loose. And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Al Sadd have their second corner now.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 14, Batistuta. Number 8, Gerrard. Number 22, O'Shea. Coming on the field, number 20, Didier Drogba. Number 23, Beckham.
Portugal are looking to go forward now.
Xabi Alonso.
Substitutions taking place.
That's headed upfield. Gerrard really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 26, Kagawa. Coming on the field is...
Now this could be a
number
chance.
4.
And there goes the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Portugal can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Live on our club's FM station.
And all the... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore... Oh, he's been caught napping.
Great feat, that.
He might be in here. He's in, must be. And the shot, it's there.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And this is Batistuta. Threads one in. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's quick to return it. Oh, that was vital. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Courtois claims comfortably.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Messi. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And now they can clear their lines. And here is a player who is really happening. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he cuts out the supply. That's a cute ball. Baresi. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's managed to get rid. He's gone forward. Gerrard aimed beyond the defence. Oh, super find. Well timed, excellent interception.
Portugal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Can he get it through? And the through ball. Now that's well seen too. And he can clear it away. And it's Batistuta. Batistuta. So a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Portugal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. That gets us going once more. Portugal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Some resolute defending there. Gerrard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That has been cut short. And he's intervened well there. Messi, great vision. He's through here. Dstuds! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. De Bruyne! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Odegaard. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he's done very well to take that back. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pelé. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message.
Oh, goes for a shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
After 66 minutes is...
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
De Bruyne showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a little off target. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end.
And he's decided to go for it. And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
Corner number 2 then.
Messi. Number 5. Neymar. Number 2. Batistuta. Coming on the field.
Getting up there! And that's a good finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Madrid have their lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Kaká. Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that's well spotted.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Added minute has been indicated.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he lines up, he leaps for it! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Villa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. That's put pay to the danger. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, this looks sharp. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
Please take this opportunity.
So there it
to pay a
is.
visit
What
to our
struck you
official
most about
store,
that?
where
Well,
memorabilia
Peter,
from
this
today's
was
match are
probably
now
more
available.
slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Portugal.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Well, 2002 was a great year in the career of Roberto Carlos. Brazil's fullback, extraordinaire, top of the world. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kimmich. It's a threatening ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Fallen! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. It made him look a bit silly, Peter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Donadoni gets on his bike and on the move. Donadoni plays it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Totti. Now, can they get him away? And this is Pele! Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. That's a shade optimistic. Well, there's the clearance. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Batistuta. Kimmich. Totti. Now it's Forlan. The ball has bounced loose now. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Totti.
Toon have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, now he can run away with it. And smartly reclaimed.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Knocks it out wide. And that has put paid to that. And here's Donadoni. Donadoni charging forward, the ball. Oh, good! It's bounced back off the post. Can he get it through? That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Portugal coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Tacho makes the interception. Rijkaard. And it's Kimmich. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ødegaard. Cafu. And Gabriel. That pass has been well intercepted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? Well, it's Gerrard! And mistake. And that for him is goal number 10. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Donatoni. Kagawa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Ibrahimovic. Totti. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's managed to get rid. Played out wide. Totti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He has found the way through. Totti. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot! And there's a goal! And they're back in front! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Oh, it's come loose. Batistuta finds himself offside.
Substitution for Portugal, number 26.
Portugal can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Is having a shot! And a neat finish! We thought they were done, but never say never! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Well timed,
There will be
excellent
5
interception.
minutes added time.
Oh, no joy this time. Bergobi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he was quick to react. And here's Ibrahimovic. And that signals the end. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Gerrard claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Our birthday boy a very
What are your
special
thoughts on today's
birthday.
game then, Jim?
Portugal certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
There's no shortage of great fullbacks in the game today, but Robertson really is among the very best. Some true legends of the game have sung his praises, and I can't disagree. Pace, directness, distribution are all his outstanding qualities, and he does it time and time again.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And that is expertly dealt with. Puyol clears. And he plays one through. Space for him to turn and look. Dealt with nicely by the defence. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shoots! They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Number 15, Kylian Mbappe.
Iraq are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Mbappe. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Odegaard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Saliba.
Iraq definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And that is a little undercooked. And it's Valverde. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Kimmich conjures time and space where few can. Distributed tidily. Valverde with the cross. He's having a hit! And that is wildly off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There will be
Mateus.
1 minute added time.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a... It's rising! Oh, crossbar! That's going to go a long way. Seedorf. Nicely weighted ball. And here's Ibrahimovic. That is a brilliant interception. Mateus, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Mbappe. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kimmich is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well read, nice interception. And it's Kagawa. Oh, that's well spotted. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? He can run onto that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He has a look up.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
That's been cut out, well played. And he's quick to get rid. Threads one in. And the through ball. Pickford breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's been hooked away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now he's got space here. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Please have your entry tickets at hand.
Your reflections then, Jim?
I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about. I don't think it was by design the game ended this way. A listless loss and unconvincing win, depending on which perspective you want to look at it from.